My hair is crazy. What's new? Nothing's new with that situation. Say good morning. Say good morning. Say good morning. Hey you. Hey you. Hey you. Say good morning. Morning. He's looking at the things on the counter. If you're hopping on, say good morning. Say hello to Bowman. Say hello to Bowman. I can't see comments and I don't know why. So if you're hopping on, make sure that you say hi. Make sure you say good morning so I can see you. So I can see who's on here so we can see. Say hi. Say hi. It is New Year's Eve, guys. This is almost like legit the ball's about to drop. This is nuts. Matt and I have some last minute plans. Oh, Bowman's gonna look at his stuff. I want to show you guys what we got here on New Year's Eve, because you guys are gonna be like, are you serious? Good morning, Christina. Guys, check this out. If you live down south, this is what it looks like up here right now. Let me see if I can lift these blinds up. Matt and I just woke up and he got a phone call from his grandmother who lives up the road. We all live very close to each other and she just needs him to break the driveway with the plow truck. So he went up there and he's plowing, but it is still snowing. And look how much snow we got. Look, that's the top of my truck bed. Literally, like that's my truck. There's a cap on top of it, just so you guys know. So it's not like that bad, but it's bad. It's still bad. Like, look at how much snow is on top of that toolbox. It's ridiculous. That's what it looks like here right now. And Matt and I are trying to make the decision whether we want to go out and about or we want to stay home. How many of you guys have some plans? Drop a 1 below if you have some plans for New Year's Eve. What are you doing? Hello. What are you doing for New Year's? Do you got some stuff going on? Yeah, plowing is definitely where it's at. So, we are deciding whether we want to go out in this crap and go grab some stuff for food for tonight, or if we just want to cook normal dinner. We're not sure yet, because we were going to do some like different like fun things for us and Bailey and stuff like that. We were going to have company tonight, but because of the storm, they're not able to make it. Dreaming of being able to have a glass of wine. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and honestly, like, I don't even know if I'm going to have a beer tonight. It's not me anymore, I guess. I used to be a really heavy drinker. For a lot of you guys who know my past, I've calmed it down a lot. Like now, I've never been like, I would say addicted. It was just a fun feeling for me, and so that's why I did it. And now we're at the point in our lives where we're happy and we don't have a lot of stressors going on, so it's not like, I mean, either way, it's not like I have to drink. And we don't have any people coming over, and we were going to, but the storm is so bad. So I'm gonna make my coffee, and we're making that decision whether we want to do something or not. Guys, I'm in love with this tea kettle. It's an electric tea kettle, and I'm obsessed with it. But that's not what I wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys about. As you guys know, I have changed my life over the past 2 years, just doing personal development and growing as a person, okay? And so there's certain things that have happened in our lives that I had to change the way that I thought. Agreed, I plan to breastfeed, so just 1 glass for me until he's born. I wanted to breastfeed so badly. I wanted to breastfeed with Bailey and Bo. With Bailey, guys, they gave me this med that, this isn't setting down, I don't know why. Anyways, I'm just gonna set it right here anyways. They gave me this med that's supposedly supposed to help your breast milk come in, and instead of it helping it come in, it made me gain 65 pounds. Like, how nuts is that? That was my life after I had Bailey. I was trying like heck to get rid of these 65 pounds that I had gained involuntarily. Something that I wasn't able to like do. It was like almost impossible until I did a cleanse. And once I did a cleanse, hold on, I gotta find the hair last thing. Once I did a cleanse for the very first time, that's when I started like being able to lose the weight, and it was like so ridiculously hard. But anyways, I want to talk to you guys about something, because you guys know that like a few months ago something had happened in Matt and I's life. We were about to go through a really big change like we have gone through before. Obviously our business was like a huge change for us. Matt was able to decide to come home. Well, he had gotten a job offer a few months ago for someone that really showed that he desperately wanted him to be there, desperately needed the help or wanted the help from him. And so we had taken it into consideration what it would look like for our lives to like be that way. Okay. So we had completely taken the time out of our day to think about what the business would look like with him going to work. Like, what would our lives look like with him going to work? What would he, like, our pros and cons. Okay, so we sat there and we wrote it out, our pros and cons, like what would happen and what it meant to us for him to go work someplace. And the person that had wanted him to go work for him had given Matt an offer that was almost impossible to turn down. They wanted him there, and he liked the atmosphere there and everything. And there was just certain things that were given to us that we were like, okay, well, we're not going to turn that down. Like, that's how it is. We want to be able to pay off debt. We want to pay it off as fast as we can, no matter what we have to do. And the hours were like so good. So he decided that he was going to go back. He brought his toolbox, or go there, and he like go back to work. And he brought his toolbox there. And then the person who had given him all these perks of getting started did not hold up to his end of the deal. Didn't give him what he wanted or what he had originally offered him. Good morning, Shelly. So good to see you on here this morning. Hope you're having an amazing, what's today? Tuesday. New Year's Eve. I know that. And so they did not hold up to their end of the deal. And so Matt, obviously, we're not going to send him back to work for him to like make less and be without, Bo every single day. It made no sense. It made no sense for us to make that move for him just to cause more hate and discontent. You know what I mean? And not get anything benefiting us, because we already make full-time income from home. We already pay our bills from the business. So why would That was snow falling off the roof. Holy crap, it jumped the crap out of me. We have a metal roof. We just installed this last year. And ever since we installed it, every single time that it snows, it's almost like snow just avalanches off of it. It goes into the pool. Like, I've been afraid it's going to rip the liner of the pool several times. It's crazy. Yeah, I know everybody, Christina. Don't you know that? I know everybody. So anyways, when it comes to this, okay, so Matt dealt with disappointment. It was kind of like a setback. And a lot of us walking around in this world, we take disappointment and we think of it like it's the end, it's the final verdict, it is, it causes resentment and you stay in the hurt a lot of times. How many of you guys feel like you've done that before? Drop a 2 below if you have something has happened to you and you have just hated that person, or you have felt like, that's it, I'm never doing that again, it's never going to happen again, I'm never gonna try, like I'm done, I'm over it. I have felt this way before, and that's why I'm talking about it, because a lot of us have. So drop a 2 below if you felt like that before, like you felt resentment and like it is the end, like God, like the world is ending because of the rejection, because of the disappointment. So drop a 2 below if you have felt that way before, because that was me. And what a lot of us don't realize is that a lot of the things that we go through and a lot of the disappointments that we go through, it should never be an ending result. It should be, your lesson. It should be your lesson. You should be, going through the disappointment and maybe getting the shock of it and maybe taking a minute to throw yourself a pity party, but then get up and say, I'm not going to allow you to decide my destiny. Just because that person turned you down, just because like Matt was turned down for the opportunity that he originally got, doesn't mean that we're gonna pout about it for the rest of our lives. That doesn't decide our entire fate, our entire destiny. And we would never give someone the power to tear us down just because of one disappointment. And so it's not going to cause that regret. You do not want to ever allow someone to control your mindset when it comes to the disappointment. You don't want to give someone that power to make it so you never try something again just because you got let down one time. That's not their burden to carry. That's not their power to carry. So sometimes when I used to get let down, even when I got fired from one of my jobs, I would carry resentment. I would go around telling everybody, that workplace is a POS and don't work for them. They're horrible. I would say they fired me because of this and this and this and this and this, and I will never ever go back there, and I will never ever do this. And the thing is that I was taking a lot of the disappointment and the rejection of being fired, and I was thinking that it was the end. I was thinking that that was it, that I was never going to get into CRMA work ever again just because of the working my life away and getting paid crap and then getting fired for doing the best that I could. And just because one person told me no doesn't mean that everybody is going to reject me. And I had to come to terms with that for a long time. And same with when I got started in network marketing. I started with this one business, and the girl had promised me, she was going to train me. It was a conversation that we had. I told her I'd never done network marketing in my entire life before. I was scared crapless. I had gotten started, and she didn't train me. She did not train me. And so when I got started with the second company that I had started with, which is the current company I'm with, which I'll never leave because I've learned a lot about myself and I've learned a lot about the industry. And so I know how to work the industry no matter where I were to be. So your work ethic is your work ethic no matter what. So anyways, same with, I got started with this business, and the person who had told me was going to train me completely quit within the first month. So obviously I started feeling that disappointment. I could have easily said, this is the end, this is the verdict, like resented her for life. And I did resent her for a little while because that was my mindset at the time. I resented her. I said, there's no way I'm going to succeed at this business because she quit. Because she made the decision to walk out. She walked out on me. And that's what I thought to myself. She walked out on me. And what I didn't realize is she didn't walk out on me. She walked out on herself. She walked out on herself. In turn, did I get the blast from the fire? Yes, I did. But the thing is that she does not control my destiny. She did not control my fate with this business, with this company, and it was 100% my decision whether I wanted to go forward. And so I took that and I said, I am thankful she introduced me to this business. I am thankful that I got introduced to the team. I am thankful that she left when she did, because I could have been trained wrong. Okay, I said I am grateful, I am thankful for what has happened in our past with the company or with the business or whatever. I'm thankful for it. And then what I did was I said, you're not going to control my fate, and I'm going to show you. And I started working, and I started working, and I started working, and I started being resourceful, and I started reaching out to people, and I started figuring out how to work this business without a leader, okay? So I turned that disappointment, instead of saying this is the end and I'm never going to be anything just because she decided that I wasn't anything, I took that instead and I turned it around to, I'm going to show her. I'm going to show her what she could have had on her team. I'm going to show her the type of motivated person that could have been working on her team and working with her every single day. I'm going to show her the best version of me that I can possibly be, because I'm never going to be like her. I am never going to be... That's Bo. I'm never going to be like her, okay? So when it comes down to it, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're going through, whether it is being dumped, breaking up in a relationship, broken friendships, setbacks, the thing is that those people may have given you that disappointment, okay? Those people may have given you that disappointment right off the bat, but it is not the end. They're not the author of your story. They are not the author of your whole life. You are. And so it doesn't matter whether they have disappointed you or let you down or set you back or whatever the case may be. You got to say, no, it's for my future. Who you will be has nothing to do with what that person has done. You can't connect yourself to that, because they're not in control of where your life goes. And don't you dare give them that power to take your joy away from you, to take your future away from you. Just because they said no, just because the rejection was there, doesn't mean that your entire life has to stay the same way. You don't have to stay in that valley. You don't have to feel pity on yourself for the rest of your life because one thing happened. Just because my parents got divorced when I was little doesn't mean that I'm destined to have crappy relationships for the rest of my life. No, that's my decision. That's my life. I choose to do what I want for my future. I don't know where that little light is. I see this little light right next to all your guys' names, and I don't know what it is. It must be a new Facebook feature, but it's distracting me. It's distracting me. But just because those people have let you down, you can't let them hold you down, because that's giving them the power to take your life away from you. And nobody has that power. Nobody has the power to completely ruin your destiny or take your destiny and say, just because you got that one no, just because you got that one setback, just because you got that one disappointment, it does not mean that that's the final end. That's not the final end. So I encourage you to go into the new year, take your disappointments and let them go. It is not hurting them, it's hurting you more than anything. And you are allowing them to pull you back, not them forcing it on you, okay? So I hope you guys have an amazing, I almost said Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have an amazing new year. Please, please remember to drive safe. If you see someone who has been drinking, who's picking up those keys to drive, please be the bigger person and take them out of their hands. If you see someone who is about to get into the vehicle and you know has been drinking, or if you have been drinking and you're thinking, oh, it's just right up the road, most accidents happen within a few miles from your home. Just so you know, that's statistics. And I'm a numbers person, you guys know that. And when it comes to driving tonight, everybody's just trying to get to wherever they're going for the night. They're just wanting to get home. After the ball drops tonight at midnight, people are going to be rushing to get home so that they can go to work tomorrow. Just make sure you not only think about yourself, but think about the people surrounding you. It could be someone that just needs to get home to their kids, or needs to get home with their kids, and you just never know what kind of disappointment you could create just by making poor decisions on New Year's Eve. So I hope you guys have an amazing day and an amazing night, and Happy New Year!